Good afternoon, everyone. This is Denise Flood with Tapping World Healing, and I am so very happy to be here with you today. I wanted today to talk about self-care. Self-care is not selfish, is the topic. And I think that's really important, especially in the type of year that we have had. Simply being mindful of our own needs when we need a timeout, when we need a little pampering, when we need to take a breath. It's so important that we do these things for ourselves so that we're better able to come from a space where we can be present for other people. So normally I tell everybody, and I didn't put it in the comments today on the post, but if you have a chance and you don't have a glass of water, please go get a glass of water. My beautiful Tapping World Healing cup. Every time I take a sip of this, I think of good vibrations going out all over the world. So, cheers, sending it to you. You want to always have some water when you're doing any type of energy work, because that water helps us to process. Our body is a biomagnetic electric being, and we need water to help the electrons, the neurons, all those things do their work. So we are going to tap through a few things today, and why I say 5 to 10 minutes a day. I tap quite a bit with clients during the day, and what I was forgetting to do was to actually do my own tapping separate from that. Yes, I do get benefits tapping with clients, just like you get benefits tapping along with others, but just taking that 5 or 10 minutes to ourselves can stop some self-destructive or what is the exact word I'm looking for? But when we stop ourselves from taking good self-care, we can cause things to cascade. And so I found that in my own life. If I don't take care to do my own tapping, to drink the right amount of water, to eat nourishing foods, all of these are a valid and beautiful form of self-care, because when we allow ourselves to take care of ourselves, we are consciously doing the right thing for ourselves, and therefore we're radiating that out into our household, our community, and the world. So few of the things that we can tap on, perhaps when we say things like, oh, I just don't have time for that, or I'm so overwhelmed, I just want to clock out. Those are the exact times when it can be as simple as taking a good breath. And so I often do the 5-finger meditation. I'd like to do that together with us, whoever is present here live, whoever's watching in the future, and whoever might be watching on a cross-post page. Please leave your comments if this helps you, or what you do that particularly brings you back to your center, to being grounded, whether it's a quick meditation, whether it's quick breath, those things. But let's just breathe in together, and we breathe in going up, holding for a moment, and breathing out. Breathing in, holding for a moment, and breathing out. Breathing in, holding for a moment, and breathing out. Breathing in, holding for a moment, and breathing out. Last one. Breathing in, holding for a moment, and breathing out. And just check in with those 5 simple breaths. Feel that oxygen going through your body, A lot of times when we're stressed, we actually are holding our breath. And when we allow that oxygen to consciously flow, we allow places in ourselves that might be getting a little sticky to relax and be at ease. So when I asked myself earlier this week where I needed some help in my self-care, ask yourself that now. And I found discussions coming up. Like I said, I don't have time for that. They need me. Their needs are greater than mine. If any of those resonate with you, just sit for a moment with that. When you think about, I'm going to do something for myself today. And see if you hear anything that comes up that is an old story about why you don't have time or why somebody else's need is more important. And just ask yourself, when was the first time you heard that in your life? And something may pop up as a memory, you may feel something shift in your body. And if it's uncomfortable, just take a breath, breathe through it. If it is really uncomfortable, pick something easier, because we're not going to go from a 10, as in I'm completely freaked out, to a 0 in the short time that we have here today. So pick something, and if you need help with that, put something in the comments or message me, and I'll be happy to answer you personally. It may be that when you were little, you had a sibling that needed more care than you. It may be that you had a parent or someone in your family that needed more care and you didn't come first, or your needs weren't met in some way. It could be something from your recent life, or something someone said to you, or a job. Anything that comes to mind, just sit with it, and then just start gently tapping on the side of the hand. And I'm just going to say, fill in the blank. I'll leave a pause there. So even when I think about taking care of myself, this memory pops up. Every time I think about giving myself a break, I meet resistance. And I choose to recognize that now. Every time I think I could use a little break, something happens where I feel like I don't have the time. And I bring that forward now. Even saying the words, I need some great self-care, or I deserve some great self-care. My mind immediately responds with these thoughts. Top of the eyes. These thoughts that keep me from treating myself as well as I treat others. Side of the eyes. These feelings that are coming up. Under the eyes, where I feel someone else in my life deserves the time I set aside for myself. Under the nose, the feeling that the world will fall apart if I am not there to hold it all together all the time. under the mouth. I need to hold everything together so that things don't fall apart. Top of the chest. That is why I don't have time for self-care. Under the arms. There's just not time. Top of the head. I can handle it so that they don't have to. And just take a breath and see if any of that resonated with you. And if it did, just breathe in for a minute and recognize where it did resonate, where it didn't resonate. Find those spots and see what thoughts came up instead, and proceed with those. I'm going to take a sip of water. And I'm going to continue tapping here while we talk. Right here is a major meridian. We're also tapping on the thymus, so we're strengthening our immune system. And these moments that we're together right here, whether you are listening to this while doing other things, or you have taken the time to set this aside, know that this is beneficial and this will resonate with you. And as we take this time to do a little self-care, realize that tapping, there's a lot of scientific research out there that affirms and backs up the fact that tapping helps to de-stress our body, helps calm our amygdala, our fight or flight. And when we allow our body to calm, we allow an opening for change. We also allow our body to reset, helping to strengthen our immunity, strengthen our sovereignty of mind, body, and spirit, and that connection. And so this, even this, just right here, listening to the sound of my voice, listening to your inner voice and guidance, and tapping gently on the chest, even thinking about tapping has been proven that if you have done it, your body has that muscle memory. And just tune in one moment to that and feel your whole body relax. This is self-care. Self-care does not have to be complicated. Self-care can be a golden moment of going within, tapping gently and allowing your mind, your body, and your spirit to align right here and right now. Breathing in that life-giving oxygen so that you are igniting the sparks of divine, light and love within you in this moment. Knowing that this is helping you to step into a better space for yourself where you can acknowledge your stressors. And even by simply acknowledging your stressors allows an opening for them to shift, for you to shift into a better space of support for yourself, being mindful of your own needs, being mindful that you need to breathe, that you might have been holding your breath. And I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions and just think about it. Perhaps self-care is also, what are you paying attention to in your life? Are you scrolling Facebook and getting caught up in drama? Or are you deliberately choosing Facebook people and pages that are kind and uplifting? Do you know that you can actually hide comments on Facebook for people who trigger you? You don't have to unfriend them. You can always go and look at their things when you're wondering how they're doing. But you don't have to have it in your face. These are all possibilities. And I know we live in a very virtual world right now. And so oftentimes we can feel in real crisis. And if there is a real crisis going on in your life, reach out. If you need a healthcare professional, find someone. If you need a recommendation, I would help you with that. Make a comment, send me a message, and you can do that self-care and that discovery with a professional, mental health professional, a physical professional. Get a physical if things are going on. Self-care is about body, mind, and spirit. Just keep tapping, and keep tapping. So, let's tap on the side of the hand again. Self-care. That word triggers these thoughts and feelings for me. Fill in the blank. When I think of self-care, this is what comes up. And I see that. I may have been ignoring things that help me feel better. When I think of self-care, I see where it's impacting my life, both negatively and positively. When I think of self-care, I'm going to imagine one good thing I can do for myself today. And even imagining it, I can feel my body shift. I can feel my shoulders move down my back. I can feel my chest open up. I can feel myself grounded and more centered simply by thinking of one good thing that I could do for myself. Top of the eyes. I know I need to take better care of myself. Side of the eyes. I know and feel in my body where I would benefit from treating myself as kindly as I treat my loved ones. Under the eyes. I forgive myself for not treating myself as kindly as I treat my loved ones. Under the nose, I forgive all the scenarios I have concocted that keep me running on a hamster wheel. Under the mouth. And I choose to see myself slow down in this moment. Top of the chest. I see myself giving myself the gift of breathing in light and breathing out love to myself and my world. And I'm going to allow myself to do a little experiment now. Top of the head. I am going to allow myself to experiment with breathing in light and love to myself in this moment. So join me now. I'm going to do a little tapping meditation where I'm going to ask you to see yourself. It could be in a snow globe or an energy bubble or a balloon. But just see yourself enveloped in light, in a circle of light. And see yourself breathing in that light, feeling it enter every cell of your body. Under the eyes, as it enters every cell of your body, as you're breathing in that light and love, see it magnifying itself. And you're breathing out even more light and love into that bubble. Under the mouth, so that you are circulating love and light, love coming in, light going out. Top of the chest, light coming in. Under the arms, love going out. Top of the head, seeing yourself circulating love and light through your breath, through your lungs, through your circulatory system, shining out through the pores of your body, standing within a divine circle of light and love, nourishing yourself as you were nourished in the divine womb. Top of the eyes. Feel that. Connect with that. Side of the eyes. Under the eyes. And if you're having difficulty visualizing this, say, I just imagine that this is true. That I can circulate love and light through my body at will. Under the chin. I'm just going to imagine it's true just for this moment. Top of the chest, that I am a light bearer of divine light and love. And I acknowledge that within myself and every cell of my being. This is how I take care of myself. Under the arms, and from this place, I see other ways I can bring joy and light and love into my love, my life, my energy field. Top of the head, so that I might stand grounded in that divine blueprint that is me, divinely and uniquely created, to be present here on earth at this time. And centered in that, I gift that into my home, my community, and my world. My self-care benefits myself, all that I am, for my highest good and for the highest good of all concerned. Every man, woman, child, and light being force on this earth benefits when I take care of myself. So sit in that for as long as you feel aligned with this. And know that you can come back to this space at any time. This feeling, tap it gently into your chest right now. Hold it within your fingers. Knowing that if you put your fingers together like this, or you tap on your chest, in any moment, you can bring yourself back to a place where you are fully nourished, fully alive, and divinely inspired to be who you are meant to be, cared for and loved by yourself and all that is. Namaste. See you next Tuesday. Join me again tomorrow on my Denise Flood page for Wellness Wednesdays, where we will be going over many more things that can bring wellness into your mind, body, and spirit.